Hello, my name is Adonis, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a weekly love spread for all of my fellow Virgos out there, okay? From the week of September 23rd to the 27th. So let us get after it, okay? So rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun, Moon, rising and Venus and Jupiter, Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see, show me cards I need to see what kind of love, energy coming to my fellow Virgos out there. What kind of love or energy coming to my fellow Virgos out there. Cards that I need two. See, okay, that feels great. Here we go. Very interesting. So, we are talking about an individual that has decided to pivot, make a very strong emotional decision when it comes towards pursuing a relationship with you. And not King of Swords is all about, making those hard decisions quickly and swiftly, okay? And pretty much sticking their land and landing on their feet, if you will. Now, this is an individual that either comes from a strong financial platform, or comes from a family, in other words, comes from a family with money, and or they are dealing with a great amount of financial security themselves. Okay, and they're kind of they're taking that mentality and moving it's kind of paying it forward, moving them into a relationship with you. So, in other words, they're very concerned about financial wealth, and financial security, and passing that mindset onto the children, onto potential children and children's children, that sort of thing. So they're really focused on financial security. In addition, here we have a Four of Wands, representing the situation which this person looking for a long-term, solid, committed relationship, with a solid foundation permeated by a strong financial foundation as well. Okay, and I'm really picking up those vibes very strongly here. In addition, here we have the Sun card. Sun card representing the situation in which, um, representing the situation in which, they truly see this union as really being a very happily blissful reunion. And they're approaching the situation with a very clear sense of purpose, with the Ace of Swords representing removal of mental blockages, very crystal clear mental clarity, if you will, no sense of ambiguity, and they're willing to put in the work. With the Eight of Pentacles, willing to put in the work, roll up their sleeves, do what it takes to really make this perfect union between you and this individual. So, and also, the Eight of Pentacles also could represent the task of working as well. Again, so working on those pentacles. Remember, I talked about coming from a very strong, financially minded background. Financial security, I really get the sense here, is like key to, in their mind anyway, the key to having a very strong foundation. Because without finance, romance, not saying it doesn't happen, okay, but can kind of get a little dicey. That's one extra thing you don't have to worry about when you think about financial security. So, and finally, we got the Knight of Wands. That represents a situation where there's a great deal of passion, okay, and quick moving passion to boot. So there's a lot of quick, fast moving passion that this person has for you. So, this individual seems very much to be the total package here. Um, Emotionally dedicated, financial security, and so forth. So, with all that being the case here, let us see what are the overall strengths of this potential union here. What are the overall strengths of this potential union here? What are the overall strengths of this potential union here? What are the overall strengths of this potential union here? What are the overall strengths of this potential union? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Here you go. Okay, here we go. Definitely a sense with the Queen of Pentacles representing a situation in which it definitely represents a very strong, firm, solid foundational opportunity here. So something tangible, if you will. Very tangible opportunity here. We also have the Eight of Pentacles representing, as I said before, willing to put the work in, roll up their sleeves, work on the financial foundation of a relationship, actual tangible, um, a very tangible opportunity, if you will. In addition, here, there's an aspect of tradition with the Hierophant here, representing a long-term committed relationship, possibly even marriage. Okay, a traditional male. This individual somewhat of a traditionalist, if you will. Also, again, we got the Sun card here, representing being completely happy, complete blissfulness. Um, Also, we got the Queen of Swords here, well, representing pretty much being a straight shooter. Pretty much just telling it like it is. Um, being honest, being upfront. And also, this individual's want to take a leadership role, which is assert themselves in the situation, really assert themselves as being a leader of this relationship, and really kind of driving it where it needs to go. Again, Emperor representing a firm, solid foundation. And last but not least, we have the King of Wands representing the situation in which this person is thinking about the long term perspectives of this potential relationship, which is something that you would assume that would happen with this individual anyway, having the financial security and so forth. So this person would naturally be a visionary person that will look towards the future. How things are going to be a week from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. So that type of thing, and also with them having a very strong energy for financial security. So um, that is that. So with that being said, let's see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? Cards I need to see. The cards that I need to see. Okay, so hang on to the end, guys. 'Cause I also want to bring in some personal stuff I want to talk to you guys about real quick. So, magnetism. Definitely an aspect of magnetism, a strong sense of attraction that you guys have for one another. Also, but also use use your discernment. Just kind of things are moving and feeling very positive here. But also use your own discernment. Use your own you know use your own life experiences, if you will. If things seem a little bit, don't completely. In other words, this person has a very clear linear path towards happiness and success. Okay? But on the same token, just don't sit by willy nilly and let them kind of guide you where, even if it is a positive aspect, use your discernment to say, hey, just kind of, make sure you guys are in this together. Okay? Not letting them be one of these type of situations where, oh, they'll have this. Well, you go out to dinner and they're doing all of the ordering for you. Uh, have an opinion, in other words, about things, even if it's if they know what they're talking about. Still have an opinion. Put in your 2 cents. Okay? So do that. Also, expectations here. The expectations. It's okay to have high expectations because this person has a high expectation of you. So things are gonna move very promising, and it looks like a really promising situation. So a little bit of personal aspect. So real quick, thank you guys so much for giving me all your well wishes and things like that about my acid reflux situation. A little bit of background here. I kind of kept this to myself. I've been kind of working on my book, my personal life story in the background, um, along with trying to get the channel up to par and all that. And I kind of left myself vulnerable. I always tell you guys, make sure you keep your energy up, keep yourself balanced and grounded. And that's something that I didn't do. So the acid reflux was progressively getting worse. The herbs that I usually use were not working, so I went and got regular medication. And I went from the frying pan into the fire. Kind of made things massively worse. Hoarse, acid regurgitation. So I took a lot of you guys' advice. And also, I kind of brought things back down to basics, okay? Because even though I do shamanistic practices, I'm still human, and I violated my number one rule, which is, always go back to the basics when all else fails. So I went back to the basics, and I made sure I grounded myself and got to the root of the problem, which is, my personal life story. You guys can look at my personal life video somewhere in my videos, my personal story. You'll see it. It's very graphic, but it kind of brought me to a really bad place, and that was the root of the problem. And it just kind of, once I was able to kind of deal with that, everything else kind of fell into place. Especially with a lot of you guys' advice and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I love your support. So just wanted to give a shout out to all you guys and thank you guys for making me a part of your life. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, back to the reading. This is a general love reading. May not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular situation, I'll give the link below. If it doesn't, take what works for you, dismiss the rest. And if you guys haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will see you in a day or so. Bye bye.